had my baby shower a couple of weeks ago. Since then, I've bought everything else that was left on our registry. The nursery is currently filled with boxes of baby items. Today, I am going to get the nursery organized, wash all of baby's clothes, and assemble a few small baby items. So let's get nesting. Here is the current state of the nursery. It's starting to come together, but it's pretty chaotic and cluttered in here right now with all of the boxes. After today, this will be a lot more organized. I have a lot of random baby items on top of the dresser. Today, I'll sort through all of these and make sure I find a spot for everything. We already put together the bassinet and the stroller, neither of which were really too difficult to put together, but it is just nice to have that done with. We won't have either of these items in the nursery eventually, but we've just kept them in here for now. The bassinet is going to go in our bedroom right next to our bed. I'm not sure exactly where I want to keep the stroller. We do have 2 coat closets on our first floor, so I'm wondering if maybe it'll fit in one of those. Behind the bassinet, our crib is in this big box by the wall. That's the biggest thing that still needs assembled, but I'm not going to worry about that today because I want to focus on organizing some of the smaller items in here. I have my birthing ball fully inflated. I should probably sit on it more. I haven't really used it too much yet, but I do plan on using it. I did already get our nursery bookshelf assembled and I organized all of our baby's books. I'm really proud of how this came together. I think it looks really cute and we definitely have a big collection of books to read to him. This book is one of the ones that I asked for on our baby registry. It makes me cry every time I read it. It's such a beautiful story about praying for your children and supporting them as they grow up and become more independent, which I think is such a great message. I love a lot of the books on this bookshelf, but this one is definitely one of my favorites. Here's another book that I got at our baby shower and really love. This one also made me emotional to read. It's about how special your baby is and how the world was forever changed when they were born. It talks about how all the elements of nature celebrate your baby, whether it's the moon smiling or the rain whispering your baby's name. The part that really gets me emotional is at the end of this story. It says if you're ever doubting if you're loved, to just look at nature and you'll see signs like the polar bears sleeping because they were up all night dancing to celebrate you, or a little ladybug or bird landing nearby because it wants to watch you smile. It makes me emotional just thinking about it, but this is another one of my favorite books for sure. I'm very happy with how this has turned out. Next to the bookshelf, I have a bunch more boxes of other baby items that need unpacked and organized. His laundry basket is completely full of items that we've gotten in the last couple of weeks. There's a lot of cute baby outfits in here. There's a bunch of crib sheets and a bunch of other baby items that I need to wash. I'm going to start with putting all of the baby laundry in the washer so that that can be running while I organize everything else that's in here. We also assembled our new recliner in the nursery. I absolutely love it. It's so comfortable. It's an electric recliner and a glider, which is really nice. The material is spill and stain resistant, which is definitely ideal for a nursing chair. I'm in our bedroom now, and we have this nook here where we're keeping a separate changing table and a separate trash can that we'll use the first few months after he's born. I switched out the changing pad that came with this and put the Kikaroo peanut changer in here instead. It'll be easier to clean and nicer to use, so I like that we have that. Underneath the changing table, I have a bunch of storage bins. These are the same storage bins that we put in our dresser that we got from IKEA. They're all empty right now, but I'm thinking I'll put some diapering stuff in there, and then I'll probably put all of baby's bath stuff and my postpartum items in these baskets. I think that makes sense since the changing table is right next to our bathroom. Here's a bump update. I am 31 weeks right now. The bump is quite large. I just had a prenatal appointment yesterday and she said that my uterus is measuring 2 weeks ahead. So he might be a very big baby. We're gonna get an ultrasound in a couple of weeks to see how big he is. There were so many items in the laundry basket, so I split it into 2 loads. One of the loads is running right now. While all of those items wash, I'm going to start unboxing some things in the nursery. I did unbox a lot of the stuff that we got already, but as you saw, there are a lot of items still in their packaging. I think that opening everything up first will help with figuring out where I want everything to go. I guess I'll start off with what's on the dresser, since I am sitting next to the dresser. I think once that's cleared off, I'll feel a lot better. All of this stuff is really making it look cluttered in here right now. I grabbed a trash bag and some scissors so I can start opening stuff. We got 2 types of bottles, and this is one of them. The Philips Avent bottles. I did get the Baby Brezza, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but the Baby Brezza washer, dryer, and sterilizer. That'll be really nice for washing all of these bottle pieces, washing pacifiers, and just saving a lot of time with that. Here are the bottles, so exciting. This is the other type of bottle that we got. I already opened these ones up. This is the Dr. Brown's. I know different babies like different bottles, so I figured I'd get both of these. I'm planning on exclusively breastfeeding, and I will be staying at home with the baby, so I probably shouldn't need bottles too much, assuming that things go well with breastfeeding, but I'd rather have some around just in case. For now, I'm going to put all these bottles on top of the dresser. I took everything off of the dresser except for some feeding items like baby jars, plates, cups. I got a little freezer kit to make my own baby food, which won't be for a while, but it's nice to have that stuff now. All of that will need washed. So I'm just gonna keep it up there for now, and I'll worry about washing that either later today or some other time. I brought that big bathtub filled with stuff and put it down here on the floor with me. Some of the stuff in there is bath stuff that I've opened, but I did put a lot of random little items in there as well. I'm just pulling those out, organizing a little bit. More bottles. I got all these baby spoons for when he starts eating solid foods. Those are also going up on the dresser to be washed. Little sippy cups, so cute. I got a lot of this stuff in blue and green. I feel like those are pretty gender neutral colors. The hope is that we'll use these items with our baby boy that we're having now, but that we'll also be able to use the items with other future kids that we have, instead of having to buy all new things. This is a box of pacifiers. The pacifiers and bottles were things on the registry where, after looking into it more, I don't know that I necessarily would have put those on my registry. I do have a breast pump coming in the mail, but ideally I'm not going to pump at all. I'm not going to have to feed him with a bottle. Since I'll be home with him, I'll just directly breastfeed him. I do think it's good to have some bottles on hand. I just don't know how much we'll really use them. Same with the Baby Brezza bottle washer. That is really nice, but if we're not using bottles all that much, I don't know that it was necessary for us. Same thing with the pacifiers. We finished up our 6-week natural birthing class recently. After that, I kind of just feel like there's not really a need to use pacifiers at all. I think if anything, it's convenient for the parents, but it's not what's best for baby. My goal is to avoid pacifiers altogether. Knowing that, would I have put all that stuff on my registry? Probably not, but you never know. We might end up using pacifiers, in which case it'll be nice to have these around. We got the Philips Avent ones in this blue color, and I did get these really soft, really cute pacifier clips as well. I think these are great for if you are using pacifiers to have pacifier clips, and I do love the ones that I picked out. Different things work for different people, so don't take this as me telling you what you should do for your baby. I always think having more information is good, and then you can make whatever decision works best for you and for your baby. I'm gonna put all of these pacifiers up on top of the dresser, so when I wash all of the other feeding items, I can wash those as well and sterilize them with the bottle washer that we have. We got this little rattle car for a baby. It rolls around and rattles. I feel like this is really cute and peaceful. It's a teether too, so that'll be really nice. I don't have a good spot for baby toys. I'll just put this aside for now. With that, I have a little block set for the baby. This is for taking pictures, but he can play with the blocks too. So I'll open this up and set that aside with the car. These are really cute. They have numbers on them, so I can use them for milestone pictures like the weeks or how many months old he is, which I think this is so cute. It's a little bear and it's super soft. It also has other milestones like my first haircut. There's a bunch of little cards that I can switch out, like I can stand. Just little moments that'll be fun to keep track of and take pictures of. I do also really like though that these can be a toy for him, so he can learn his numbers. This one's a rattle and this one has kind of like a crinkly texture. All things that are good for baby's development. I took a bunch of the little items out, so everything in here is bath stuff. I got some bath toys, so I also got this bath organizer, and it has a handle so you can just scoop the stuff up out of the bathtub. It has suction so you can stick it on the wall. That way everything can dry well, not get moldy. I got this bath kneeler. That way it's not painful for me to kneel down on the hard bathroom floor. I can kneel on this instead. The actual bathtub itself, this one is for when he's younger. Eventually, when he outgrows this, we did get another bathtub. This one is a lot bigger. It's the Stoke Flexi Bath extra large size. When he outgrows the smaller bathtub, we'll put him in this one. We do have one bathtub in our house, but we use it for our cat's litter box because he is old and does not aim well when he pees. There's not really another spot for us to put his litter box that would be clean. That's why we just got this big bathtub instead. This way we can just keep this bathtub in our shower. Also, the extra large size is good if you have two kids close in age together. They can both take a bath together when they're really little, and we do hope to have kids that are close in age together. That's why I wanted to make sure I got the extra large size. This is pretty nice. It's pretty big, but it won't take up too much space, and it is collapsible. Seems like a great solution if you do not have a bathtub in your home. Other bath stuff, I got this little duck thermometer. It tells you on the bottom if the temperature of the bath is too hot or cold. You definitely don't need to have this. You can always just stick your elbow in the water to tell if the temperature is too hot or cold, but we got this at our baby shower and it is a nice to have item. It makes it really simple, but it just tells you if it's too hot, too cold, the duck will change color accordingly. We got these little boats. They stack, which is super fun because when he's learning that skill, they can float around in the bathtub. He can play with the boats, but he can also learn how to stack items. This is a good toy for his development. I got these little rattling bathtub toys. They're really cute. Rattles are good for baby's development, so it'll be fun for him to play with those. They'll float around in the bathtub, and they do not have any holes in any of the bath toys that I got. That was really important for me when I was selecting bath toys because I really do not want any of the toys to get mold. That's horrible for your baby's health. Impossible to clean. Look how cute these are. I got this whole box of mold-free, no-hole bath toys. They're little sea creatures that float around. Got a little turtle, starfish. Even the picture on the box is so adorable. There's a bunch of little sharks that are so cute. There's a whale. I love all of these. They're all really colorful too, which I think is really fun. There's a cute little clownfish. actually 2 clownfish, and this adorable octopus. I love these, and I love that they have no hole. It'll be so cute to see him play with these. We also got 2 different baby shampoos. This one's the Johnson's one. This one's Cetaphil. We'll be able to see which one we like better. That is all the bath stuff. Everything's in here. And then there's that other big bathtub that I showed you. For now, I'm going to set this aside, but I will bring this into our bedroom. I showed you the changing table earlier where I'm going to put all the bath stuff underneath. But first, I'm going to unpack some of my postpartum items because I want all of that stuff to go over there too. I've seen so many good things about the Freedom Mom boy shorts underwear for postpartum, so I got those. I think I'll like them just based on the fact that everyone else seems to. They seem really nice because they're just thin boy shorts underwear, non-see-through, so not like the mesh panties that you get in the hospital. They do not have built-in pads, so you can use whatever pad you want with them. Here's what they look like. They're super stretchy, thin, but not too thin. I definitely think I will like these. But I know people say that you're not going to know what you're going to like until you try it, so I wanted to get another option too. I've seen good things about the Always Discreet postpartum underwear, so I also got those. That's more of your typical underwear style, not the boy shorts. These ones do have built-in pads. That could be a pro because it's really easy. It's just one thing that you have to put on. It does look like they might be more see-through, and I think these might be more diaper-like. I think these are basically the same things that people use for incontinence. They just kind of marketed it for postpartum. It has a little bow on it, so they tried to make it girly. These are stretchy too, and then they have the big pad inside. So I don't know. We'll have to see what I like better. I think it'll be nice having both options. Since it is something that I'll need immediately after giving birth, I didn't want to wait to get these or wait to see if I like one better than the other. I also don't know how long I'll have heavy bleeding for after delivery, but I figured having a pack of each of these will be good. They say that your first matching outfit with your baby will be diapers. I actually think that's kind of cute. You're gonna be bleeding, so might as well make the best of it. This I've definitely seen is a must-have. The Freedom Mom Peri bottle. They give you a Peri bottle in the hospital, but it doesn't have the tip that points back upwards. That makes it easier to aim, makes it less difficult to reach around, and overall just seems a lot nicer than the one you get in the hospital. I thought about getting 2 of these so that I could have one on the first floor bathroom and one in our bathroom, but maybe I'll just put the hospital one in the downstairs bathroom. I didn't want to buy 2 of anything before seeing if I actually like it. I can always order another one later. That is what it looks like. You can squeeze it, put warm water in there since you can't wipe it all postpartum. I got some nipple butter to help with any discomfort or dryness from breastfeeding. This one is the Earth Mama brand. It does not have any lanolin in it. I saw that lanolin is something that people might be allergic to, so it might be better to avoid it. It says you can use it after every feeding. It says that it's safe for it to get in your baby's mouth, so you don't have to wash it off before feeding your baby, which is really convenient, but it's just a small little container of it. That's what it looks like inside. It's yellow. It kind of looks dry, but it's not. It's very moist. It sort of feels like Vaseline. Hopefully I won't need to use this, but better to have it around. One thing I thought about getting for postpartum was witch hazel. They make little cooling liners with witch hazel on it, or you can get a foam with witch hazel to kind of cool things down there. But we toured the hospital unit where I'll be giving birth. They send you home with Tux cooling liners that have witch hazel in them. So that was good to know. That way I didn't go out and buy that when I wouldn't need it. Pretty much all of this stuff the hospital has some sort of variation of, even if it's not quite as nice as some of these items. I'm not going to bring all of these items to the hospital. I'll just use what they have there right after I give birth, and then these items I'll use when I'm home for postpartum. This box is one of the only postpartum things that I am going to bring with me when I give birth. It's pads with ice packs built into them, so you don't have to layer on 2 separate items. While that is really nice and convenient, and I do think I'll like that, I don't think I would have gotten these looking back. The The hospital has pads and they have ice packs. And I didn't realize when I put this on my registry that you're only supposed to use ice for 24 hours after birth, and then you're really not supposed to anymore. So I kind of have to bring this to the hospital. Otherwise, I'm not going to use it because they keep you there for at least 24 hours after you give birth. It just seems kind of silly to bring all this stuff when they have it there. Again, not quite as nice as it being built into one item, but the stuff they have is good enough where it would do. This will be nice. It's just a bummer that I can only use it for 24 hours after birth. So if I don't bring these to the hospital, I'm not going to use them at all. There are only 8 of them in the box, so it's not too many wasted if I don't use them all. I might end up bringing a few of them to the hospital, and then maybe I'll keep the rest for whenever I have another baby. I really don't think it makes sense to pack 8 of them in my hospital bag. That just seems a little bit excessive. But I don't know. If you've had a baby before and you've used the ice packs, how many did you go through in your first 24 hours? How many of these should I plan on bringing to the hospital? If you've had experience with that, please let me know in the comments. I got some postpartum pads. I got them from the Freedom Mom brand. I got a lot of other things from that brand and I hear good things about them, so I figured I'd try their pads as well. These ones are rated for the highest flow. I think that's what I should need postpartum. When I'm done with the ice pack pads, or after 24 hours, I'll switch to using these. Well, either using these with the boy shorts or using the Always underwear that already has pads built in. Those are gonna be my 2 options. I have other pads from before pregnancy, but those are just the size 1, really low flow pads, which is not what you need for postpartum. I needed to make sure I got these more full coverage, heavier flow ones. They're also a lot longer, so definitely different from your typical pads that you would wear on your period. For breastfeeding, I got these disposable nursing pads. I also got reusable ones, but those ones are in the laundry right now. I think I'll probably like the reusable ones a lot, but I was gifted these ones at my baby shower, so it doesn't hurt to have 2 different options in case I do like these better. There are a whole bunch of these disposable nursing pads in here. I think I'm gonna take a quarter of them out and leave the rest in the box. I'll put these with my other postpartum stuff. I know some people start leaking before they even give birth. I have not yet. I don't know if that'll happen later or it might not happen at all. If it does, I can try these out and try the reusable ones that I got and figure out before birth which ones I like better. But either way, I have 2 options. That's all of the postpartum stuff that I needed to unbox. I'm gonna open up a few more things for baby and then we can go organize everything in the baskets underneath the changing table. In my birthing class, someone mentioned this. It is a diaper cream applicator. When they mentioned it, they were just joking about it and saying that it's so funny that there's a product for everything, but I thought it sounded really convenient. So I did go out and buy one right after that. Basically, it's just a little spatula type thing for when you're changing your baby's diaper and you're applying diaper cream, whether that's Desitin or Aquaphor or whatever diaper cream you use. You won't have to put the cream on your fingers. You can put it on here instead, which just sounds a lot easier for not making a mess with having the dirty diaper, the new clean diaper, changing the baby's outfit, putting the cream on, all of that at the same time. The bottom of this is a suction, so it can stick on top of the dresser, on top of the changing table, wherever you're changing your baby's diaper. Definitely not necessary, but I think this will make my life a lot easier. So I'm pleased with this. I got 2 types of diaper creams. I got the Aquaphor Baby Healing Ointment, and then I got Desitin. I think what we'll do is use the Aquaphor more preventatively, and then the Desitin, which has 40% zinc oxide in it, that would be better to just use occasionally if he has an active diaper rash. There's different things you can do, lots of different diaper creams, but that's kind of what makes sense to me. A couple other things to open up. I got some trash bag refills and a refill of the air freshener for our trash can. I just got 2 refills. We can always get more later. Starting with 2 seemed like it made sense. You could also buy these single-use trash bags compared to that other refill. I think the difference is this one, you just just fill up, take out, throw away, put a new one in. This one lasts a lot longer. You can tie the bag where it's at. There's an easy way inside of the trash can to cut it off. I think this is essentially a really long trash bag. So you're not replacing the entire thing. You're just tying and cutting it until you run out. And then this goes inside the lid of the trash can to reduce the stench. There are a few cute little sentimental items that I had on top of the dresser, so I'll show you those. We got this devotional book for new parents, and I'm so excited to go through this with Adam. It has encouragement and prayers related to parenting. There are a bunch of different topics. I'm excited to read this every day. Then I also got this keepsake book. This is the one that I requested on my registry. It goes through the first 5 years of baby's life. I looked at a bunch that were just for baby's first year or just for pregnancy. I felt like there were a lot of pages in those that I didn't think were necessary to reflect on for me personally. Whereas this book goes through pregnancy, goes through your baby's first year of life, but kind of just hits more of the key moments. So I can be in depth on the things that matter to me, but I don't have to journal on every little moment. It has a family tree. There are prompts to write about me and Adam, my reaction to finding out I was pregnant, how I told Adam, who else I told, details from our baby shower. There's a lot of empty space to just write general reflections. And that's it, just this much for pregnancy. Then it goes into the first few weeks of your baby being born, why we chose his name, a whole page just to write about the story of his birth. There's a spot to write about the nursery, his first time out of the house, reflections on his first few days, what the challenges were, joys, surprises, general thoughts and reflections on parenthood so far. And then the rest of this is his first month onwards through age 5. The last thing that was on the dresser is this Hi Baby predictions and advice box. We had this on a table for people to fill out at our baby shower, and I think pretty much everyone filled it out, which is so nice. People wrote a bunch of different advice. They predicted if they think the baby will look more like me or my husband. People guessed the date of birth, time of birth, hair color, eye color. I put all of these in order based on when people predicted that our baby will be born. So that way, as the dates go by, I can look through these and see who got it right, if anyone did. Our baby is due December 2nd. I think the most commonly predicted date that people guessed was November 28th, which is Thanksgiving. That's the one day I hope he is not born because our dog boarder is closed that day. If we drop him off before then, it's fine, but on actual Thanksgiving Day, we would not be able to drop him off. We do have a backup plan. My mom said she would come stay with our dog if I need her to, but he is a very high energy dog, and I would prefer for him to be at daycare if possible, just because he needs a lot of exercise and it's really nice for him to play with the other dogs. Also, I'd rather my mom not have to deal with that. Few people guessed that he'd be born on my birthday, which is November 19th. My mom and one of my closest friends guessed that. My guess is November 23rd. So we'll see. I'd say people mostly guessed later dates. A lot of people guessed that he'd be born early December, but past his due date, which I hope not. I mentioned earlier, but at my prenatal appointment yesterday, my OB said that my uterus is measuring 2 weeks ahead, which was the case at this appointment and my last appointment. So I'm getting an ultrasound in a couple weeks. It's possible that he is just a big baby, which they would not induce for that, but it's also possible that I might have polyhydramnios, which means I'd have too much amniotic fluid. I didn't think that sounded too bad, but if you look it up, there's a lot of complications that could come from that. I'm hoping it's not that. I hope that he's just a big baby. I'm not going to think about it or worry about it until we know. If I do have that, then they would induce me at 39 weeks. So that would be November 25th. My husband was born, I think at 39 weeks and 5 days, and I was born a little bit early, sometime around 36 weeks. I'm done unboxing things in here, so I'm going to take all the bath postpartum and diapering items that I just opened up. I'm gonna bring those with me to our bedroom and then we'll start organizing. Here is everything that I just unboxed. I have all the boxes broken down, all the bath stuff, a bunch of miscellaneous little items, the diapering stuff, and a lot of those postpartum items, and my keepsakes. I put some of those miscellaneous items like the trash bag refills and the scent refills for the trash can inside the dresser drawers because I don't really have a good spot for them right now. Same thing with these stroller hooks and the pacifier clips. I can always move these things around later, but for now it's in the dresser. I just organized all of those items underneath the changing table. All the way underneath the changing table, I put the bath kneeler and the large bathtub. It's nice that there's space to tuck those away under there. And then the bottom shelf is all of my postpartum items. I have my ice pack pads right here. Since I'm only going to need these in the hospital, they won't actually be here for good, but for now that's where I have them. Then I have the always disposable underwear with the pads built in. I've got my Freedom Mom boy shorts with all the pads right next to it, my Perry bottle, and then I also have the nipple butter in there. I did end up taking all of the disposable nursing pads out of the box and putting them all in there since they fit nicely. The top shelf has the 2 baby shampoos and all his other bath items, all his bath toys, the bath toy holder, which eventually this will be hung up in our bathroom. And then I have his diaper items, Desitin, Aquaphor, and the applicator for the diaper cream. I don't have anything in this last basket yet, but that'll probably be for diapers, onesies, and wipes. We have a bunch of diapers and wipes already, but I don't want to open any of them up yet since we don't know what size diaper he'll be when he's born. I moved the stroller into one of our coat closets on the first floor. I think this is a good spot for it since it's right by the front door. The stroller comes apart, so we have the base and then we have the bassinet attachment separate. This other big box is the car seat, so we will get that installed in our car in the next few weeks. The nursery is looking significantly less cluttered now. It's a lot more peaceful and manageable in here. I got this gift from our birthing class instructor, and look how cute this is. There are a bunch of affirmations on these little candies, on these mints. She painted this sweet little sign for us. And I love this. She handmade this aromatherapy pillow. It smells so good. It has rice and lavender inside of it. And you can heat it up to make it hot or cold. So that's really sweet and something that I can bring with me when I go into labor. My breast pump arrived in the mail this morning. That's kind of nice because that's one of the last few packages that we're waiting on for baby. I got the Spectra S1 Plus, which is the blue one. They have a pink one that's free through insurance, or at least was through mine, but I paid a little bit extra to get this one since this one's rechargeable, so it doesn't need to be plugged in while you're using it. It's also crazy to think that they ship the breast pumps 60 days before your due date because I am now less than 2 months away from my due date. That's so exciting, but also so crazy to think about. I did finish all of baby's laundry, so I'm gonna sort through all of this. There's a lot of different stuff in here, but I'll organize everything into the dresser and into the closet. We have some other boxes in the closet that I'll need to unpack at some point. We also did get a lot of diapers and wipes, so that is very nice. All of the onesies that I had washed previously, I already have hung up in here and sorted by size from youngest to oldest. I'm gonna sort all the clothes that I just washed by their size so that I can add them easily into here. I also have my breastfeeding pillow up there, and I put his first bathtub up there. We got so many cute little dinosaur outfits. I'm trying to organize everything based on the style of the outfit too. So based on size, and then if it's a footy onesie versus just a regular onesie. All the things like socks, pants, his hats, That's all gonna go in the dresser because I have little baskets already designated for each of those things, but all of the onesies are gonna get hung up. I'll probably put burp cloths in the dresser as well. All of that I think makes sense to fold, but I think it makes sense for me to hang up his onesies or his shirts so that it's easier to look through everything. I have some regular swaddle blankets, but I also got 2 of these halo swaddles that have the zipper and the Velcro. It's so soft. I also think the color is super cute. The other one that I got already is the same style, so just as soft, but it's in white. I'm also hanging this up, and I'm gonna hang up any bathrobes that he got. I think he got a couple of them. This one's a dinosaur one. The hood has little spikes like a dinosaur. Super cute. All of his crib sheets are also gonna go in the dresser. I'm gonna put them in the bottom drawer. This one is Winnie the Pooh. I think it's so beautiful and elegant. I really liked Winnie the Pooh as a baby, so I thought that was a sweet crib idea. I love these little hats. They're supposed to be size 0 to 6 months, but they seem kind of big to me. We'll see if they actually fit him or not. I thought these hats would be really cute for him to wear this winter, but maybe he'll end up wearing these when he's older. This is the cover for the breastfeeding pillow, so I'll have to put that back on. It's really soft too. This is basically what the white halo sleeper that I got looks like. It's the same pattern. This little bear hoodie is so soft and cute, and the hood has little ears. I love all the bear stuff. Look at these little bear pants. I'm obsessed. I love these Winnie the Pooh overalls. So cute. This is the plain white bassinet sheet that came with the bassinet, but I got some cuter ones, so I'm gonna put one of those ones on instead. I love this little hippo towel robe so much. I think it's adorable. It even has the little teeth. This thing is so cool and was definitely a must-have for me with having a baby that's gonna be born in the winter. It's really soft inside. It's kind of like a big sleeping bag. It's safe to use with car seats, with strollers, bassinets. Because it has this piece on the back that comes off, he can be laying in the bassinet attachment of the stroller, bundled up in this. That way he doesn't need a bunch of layers of clothes. He can just be all cozy in here instead. This is called the Nido Cloud by the brand 7 AM Infant. It was out of stock for a while, so as soon as it was back in stock, I bought it right away. The material is so soft, and this is just going to be so convenient this winter. I have everything sorted into piles. These are his burp cloths. There's little washcloths, a bunch of little socks. I only washed the smallest ones that he's going to use right away. I have some larger socks that I kept in the packaging, and I'll open those up later because that's a lot more difficult to distinguish what size they are. A bunch of pants, hats. In that little bag, I have all my reusable nursing pads. So these will be for me to wear. And then all of his clothes are sorted based on size. I put away all of his crib and bassinet sheets in the dresser. This is another really cute pattern for the crib sheets. These are both waterproof mattress covers for the crib. This is one of the bassinet covers that's super cute. I just put one of his bassinet covers on the bassinet mattress. It's a light sage green color with little leaves. I think it looks adorable. of the clothes are completely organized in the closet and in the dresser now. We also just put the baby gate together, so that'll be nice to keep the door to the nursery open now. We've been keeping it closed to keep our pets out of here because I don't want them messing with any of the stuff that we have scattered around in here. But the nursery is really coming together now. I feel like I got so much accomplished in the nursery today and yesterday. I am proud of the progress that I've made. Thank you so much for watching this nesting video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me.